¿Qué onda, mi gente? I'm Lisette.
And I'm Candace.
And this is Lifestyle Latina. Hey guys, welcome to our first show.
Hey.
We're so excited to be here. Thank you so much for taking a minute out of your busy days to come hang with us.
We're so excited to finally get Lifestyle Latina launched. Thank you for joining us. We're so excited to just talk.
Yes, talk to each other, talk to you, and let us tell you a little bit about what Lifestyle Latina is. So first and foremost, Candace and I are both Mexican. I know, contrary to popular belief.
No one ever believes me, and I think this is something that we wanted to talk about right off the bat.
Yeah.
Is stereotypes.
And so a little bit more about the show. Why don't we get into that a little bit before we kind of dig deeper into stereotypes and what I think some of the things that we faced in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So Lifestyle Latina will cover so many different topics, anywhere from sports to food, our community. We'll talk about religion, right? Dating, how that,
Relationships
goes together. Something along with that. I think it'll be really unique for us to kind of share with, our viewers, with you guys, how we're coming at our relationships or our daily life, sports, pop culture in a Latina, with a Latina approach, with a Mexican approach. Because I do, like you were just saying, I want to touch on is values. I feel like the Latino population, we have so many different morals and values, and religion takes a really big, part of our decision in our everyday life. So I'm really excited to share some of that insight with you guys. And I know Candace is too.
Yeah.
Because sometimes she'll say things to me like, I'm just like, oh my God, how old are you, 90? But it's not, because it comes from, I think, who you are, where you come from, the type of values that your family instilled in you.
Exactly.
And I know that my parents are also very religious, but I'm a tad bit more like on the modern edge, where I'm just like, oh, it'll be okay. Like, let's have a Corona or 5, so.
Yeah, she definitely keeps me young, and I'm definitely more the conservative, very conservative type. And again, that's just how I was raised, and a lot of that stays with me.
Though. I love it.
Yeah.
And I think that helps me stay grounded too sometimes, because I want to kind of go crazy, and Candace is like, let's go home. And I'm like, okay, you're right, let's go home.
Take it down a notch.
Yeah. Cool. So Candace, tell us a little bit about you, girl.
So I'm originally from Eastern Washington, a small town, Bello, Washington. All of my life, since I was a little girl, no one has ever believed that I was Mexican. 100% full-blooded. My abuelos are from Mexico. My parents were born here. I was born here, so I'm second-generation Mexican. But it's something that I have dealt with my whole life, and it can get really annoying.
So why do you think some of those reasons are? Like, why do you think some people have a struggle accepting the fact that you are full-blooded Mexican? Because, what is it?
Yeah, because look at me. I don't look stereotypical Mexican. Like, I don't have those. So short, features. Brown hair, dark skin. Yeah. I'm a very light-skinned person, and so I think for people that don't know the history of Mexico, they don't know that there are light-skinned people in Mexico. My dad actually didn't want me to go to college, to university right out of high school. I'm the oldest in my family, and so he's very protective, obviously. He's kind of got that machismo Mexican dad attitude, so I had to do
Mexicano.
a community college first, and then when I graduated my AA, then I came to the University of Washington, which totally changed my life. So I ended up getting my bachelor's degree, I went on to get my master's degree, and now I work in the professional sports industry. What's important for me is being a Latina in this industry. You have a voice, but you have to be really careful about where you use it.
Well, my story is a little bit different in that I'm also from a very, very small town. Mi familia es de Guadalajara. Somos Jaliscienses.
Guess
a little shimmy. You got to throw in a little dance, girl.
Of course.
Anyway, so
don't make me get up and start. Sorry, go ahead.
I know, because she won't dance. She won't break it down.
Hey.
So my family's originally from Guadalajara, but we moved to Pendleton, Oregon. Out of all places, can you tell me why?
Why?
Our families, they were like, oh, you know what? Out of all the places in America, Pendleton y Othello. Ay, no mames con eso. ¿Qué
no,
es eso?
Mames. I always tell my grandpa, Julito, you could have lived in Miami. You could have lived in LA.
Anywhere.
You could have lived anywhere.
Take me to Chicago. And they're like, how about the streets of Pendleton? I'm like,
the smallest town.
Anyway. But you know what? I love where I came from. It definitely, makes you who you are, truly. And so from Pendleton, I decided to go to college at Portland State University, where I met the love of my life, Alan Diller. Shout out to the boo. So we met in college. He was originally from Seattle. He went down there to play football. And when we were about to graduate, he says to me, hey, babe, listen, I got an internship in Seattle. So right after graduation, I'm moving back. And I said, oh, that's cool, All right. Like deep down, I'm thinking like, oh my God, no me dejes.
Yeah.
Don't leave me. And then he said, and I want you to move with me. And being the Latina, traditional Latina that I am, I'm like, boy, not without a ring on it.
Oh, yes, you did. You said that.
I did. And then I was like, oh my God, please propose. And he did.
Oh, yes. So beautiful.
But I'm just going to say that it's because he wanted to, not because I forced him. So anyway.
Because that's how Latinos are, right? We don't force anybody to do anything.
We get what we want. Can I get a witness?
Hey.
Okay.
Lizette and Alan have the relationship that every girl dreams of.
Yeah, okay.
Even though, and sometimes I roll my eyes at the things that he does for her. Like, he still buys her flowers and will just surprise her, and she'll like send me a text like, oh my God, look what I just got. And I'm like rolling my eyes over here like, oh, whatever.
But remember though, you guys, okay, like it's all fun and games until he buys me a mop. I'm like, oh, hell no. He bought me a mop, though. I came home from a really long day of work, and he's like, baby, I got you something. And I'm thinking like, oh, my God, finally someone appreciates me. I opened the bag. It is a mop. Like, hijo de tu mano, tienes vergüenza. I lost it. I lost it. But anyways, I mean, there's the good days, there's the bad days.
Of course.
The mop, let's just pretend like that never happened.
I would love for you to keep telling us more stories
like
that.
Entonces, I decided that it would be time to, make the move over here. And ever since we've been here for a few years now, 5-6 years. And I am an event planner for some pretty major restaurants in downtown Seattle. Mm-hmm. Been in the restaurant industry my whole life. I actually did a internship at Walt Disney World. It's pretty dope. Estaba en Florida.
No mames, Disney World.
Stop it. I know. It's true. Anyways, and I wasn't even Mickey Mouse.
What were you? Don't tell me you're Esmeralda.
Oh my God, I was goofy. Anyways,
were you really? No.
I did a hospitality internship. It was really, really fun. Me divertí como no puedes creer. It was so much fun. Yeah, so we've been here ever since. I love it. Me encanta esa ciudad. It has my heart. And, luckily I met you, girl.
Yeah.
Aquí estamos.
And what's crazy about us is we met probably like 2 years ago.
Gosh, mama, it's been like 3 years maybe.
Hace como 2 o 3 años.
Yeah.
But we just clicked right off the bat.
I know. But al principio no. Bueno, al principio como que no sabíamos. We were just kind of like, remember I kind of walked in, you're like, who's this girl?
Yeah.
And I was like, who's that girl?
And so I was scared.
Why do we do that though?
I was just going to say that.
Why do girls do that?
Is it women or is it Latina women? Is that instead of seeing her, when she walked into my office, my initial thought was, who is this girl? No se va a creer que va a entrar mi oficina y que va, it was almost like this territorial, like, this is my office, don't be trying to come in here como que se cree mucho.
Yeah.
But then after we started getting to know each other, I was like, oh, this girl.
We're the same blood, you know what I mean? Somos Latinas, somos Mexicanas, somos hermanas. That's what I think it comes down to.
Right.
I think as we're a Latina community, we got to stick together, we got to empower each other.
I think that's so important for people as you watch us and get to know us and, hear what we have to say. We want you to know that just because we might not look what you think a Latina or a Mexican looks like, that doesn't mean that we don't understand the culture or that
we don't love or embrace it.
Yeah, because we have some of that. That's just part of who we are, and we can embrace it, and we're secure in that, and we want you to embrace it, and we want you to be secure in who you are, no matter how you look, no matter what your race, your culture, your identity. We want you to be comfortable in your skin because confidence is the best accessory.
Yeah, I love it, girl. Eres como un ángel. Come out there.
No te crees, no tanto.
So, yeah, if you ever have any question for us, feel free to comment on the comments box below.
And I think this is going to be the best part of Lifestyle Latina is we want to interact with our viewers. We want to know what you think, how you feel about topics that we talk about, questions that you might have for us, like anything from, you know, relationships to religion to sports to whatever it is that we're talking about. We want to engage with you. We want to know what you think and how you feel because that's what's important. I think if
for all of us to get to know each other, you know?
If we can encourage you or motivate you to feel a certain way or, you know, go after what your dream is, that's what we're here for. And that's really the mission of Lifestyle Latina is to encourage and motivate and support our viewers. Because we know what it's like to be out there, you know, struggling to make $1 or trying to get your education, but you're working 2 jobs or, you know, you have a family or whatever.
I think with that too, you know, because I know that, you know, we're so excited to help motivate and encourage others, but you have to admit, I know personally for me, it's a little, you know, scary to come out here and put yourself in front of everybody, right? Because what if they don't agree with you? What if they think that you're weird or that you're not even making any sense? But, you know, I think that's going to be what's exciting. I think as, you know, as nervous as I personally am or a little bit scared, I'm so excited for someone, just even one person out there to be like, hey, I agree. I like her mentality. Let's go with this. So, I think this could be a lot of fun.
Or challenge us. Tell us why you don't agree with something that we're talking about or something that we believe or ways that we think about things. Challenge us and help us to start and initiate that conversation. Because we just want to learn and we want to grow. And that's what life is all about, right? It's about learning and growing and trying to make the world a better place. And so subscribe.
Oh my God, you should run for like Miss America. I want to make the world a better place to live in.
No, you know, I did. I won this pageant in high school. I won. It was awesome. After that, I don't think that I would ever want to do a pageant again.
But why?
Because of the whole Trump situation.
I know. Ni empieces con
esas fregaderas. Déjame decirlo. This guy has just given us such a bad rap. Like, oh, tengo tanto de decir, but no, let's not get into it today. We're going to get into it next week. Tengo tanto que decir de este hombre, no sabe.
Oh my gosh, you guys, it's about to get juicy. So please make sure that you subscribe, comment below, let us know what you think, and follow us on this journey, alright? Así que nos vemos la semana que viene y se me cuidan.
Tengan dulces sueños.
Bye.